Hello everyone and welcome to the Gooner Factory. So today we'll be talking about a massive transfer update. There's been multiple sources heavily linking us to Victor Osimhen. Also, we're going to go through the Jamie Carragher comments on Arsenal that have made a lot of headlines, and I can tell you why he's wrong on some of the things he said. So let's get into it. So we're going to start on this Jamie Carragher piece that's caused a stir amongst Arsenal fans and the media, to be fair. So first of all, I'm going to read what he said and then I'll give you my opinion on it. So it goes: "We're a third of the way through the season, but if this is the Arsenal we're going to see, I don't think they can win the league. So many games are going to the wire and sometimes they can go against you. Those 1-0 wins could easily be 1-0 defeats. There isn't the same pace, fluidity, creating chances, and I don't think it's anything tactical." He then goes on, I am still seeing the same things from Arsenal. I just think individually the attacking players have been average this season, whereas they were on fire last season. Martinelli, Saka, Jesus and Odegaard, who was up there with Kevin De Bruyne last season. I know he, as in Odegaard, has had some injury problems, but the stats aren't great. So what do I think on them comments? Honestly, I kind of agree with some of what he's saying, and that is the attacking players. I mean, if you look at it, they're not at the same level as they were last year. I mean, I definitely don't agree with the term he used. I think he said average. Certainly not all of them. Anyway, Saka this season, in 18 games, he's got 15 goals or assists. So that's not average at all. But in terms of the other players, I would probably agree. Because you've only got to watch the games and you can see we haven't clicked this season. But I have said that in previous videos. And in terms of sort of singling out Odegaard, I agree with some of what he said. But if you're looking at just goals, he's not doing too badly. He scored 5 goals this season. And he did just come back from a little injury. So that's not too bad. But yeah, if you are looking at assists, I would probably agree with him. He's got 1 assist this season. And that's kind of his thing. So he is miles off where he would want to be, but also where a lot of fans think he should be, because we know what he's capable of. When he's on game, he's unbelievable to watch. The way he glides past players and find passes you sort of didn't even know was there. So yeah, Odegaard might have to improve if we're going to win the league, but I think he will. But the reason we are first place, even with people like Carragher saying we're average in attack, is because our defence has been so good this season. We got the best defence in the league. You've only got to look at the table and it will tell you that. Arsenal have conceded fewer goals this season, less than Newcastle, less than Tottenham, less than Liverpool and less than Man City. So as long as it stays like that, there's no way we can be caught anyway, because if you can't score against us, you're not going to win the game. So look, I understand the point Jamie Carragher, the Liverpool fan, is trying to make, but Liverpool have only scored 1 more goal in the league than us this season. So to act like we definitely can't win the league playing like this is a lie, because we're already top playing that way. So yes, I probably do want to see us playing a bit better in attack, but we can still win the league. It would be way better to see everyone firing. So the next story we're going to go with is the man on the thumbnail, Victor Osimhen, which is a player Arsenal fans, we've kind of always had an eye on him, but more recently, especially in like the last few days, I'm seeing a lot more suggestions that Arsenal are now making Osimhen their top transfer priority. And this would be massive if it's true. And it could completely change the way Arsenal are not only seen, but how we perform as well. So let's look at the player. So Osimhen, we know, he currently plays for Napoli in the Italian league. And whoever is lucky enough to sign this player will probably have to pay in the region of 120 or 150 million euros. And yeah, that's a massive amount of money. But you would think you're getting a massive amount of goals as well, if his stats are anything to go off. So let's look at the numbers. This season, he has 6 goals in 9 games. Last season, he scored 26 goals in 32 games. And in the year before that, he scored a total of 18 goals in 32 games. So there's definitely a pattern of high scoring. And in terms of age profile, Osimhen, you know, he's only 24, so that would fit our current model of bringing in young players, hoping to improve them, and then by the time their contracts coming to the end, they're still young enough to sell, or if not, they sign a new contract, then they can finish their career with us. So would I, as someone who's been clear in saying I wouldn't just take any striker at the club, for example, I wouldn't want us to just go for the likes of, I don't know, Dusan Vlahovic, but I would definitely go for Victor Osimhen. Yes, I think he's probably the best striker out there at the minute that seems to be sort of achievable for us. I would say he's in, I don't know, what, top 3 or 4 strikers in the world at the minute. I think if Arsenal was going to bring in a player, it would need to be someone at this level, because in my opinion, Jesus is still better than most strikers out there. So to replace him, you really need to get a guy who's going to get you at least sort of 25 goals a season. And for me, Osimhen probably is that man. I think he can be for us like the type of player that Aubameyang was when he come in. You know, he hit the ground running sort of 30 goals a season. So this story is definitely one to keep an eye on, and I will be covering it as the transfer window nears. But let me know your thoughts on both these topics that I've covered. The Jamie Carragher story. Do you agree with what he said? Do you think he needs to mind his own business? And the Victor Osimhen deal. Would you bring in a striker like Victor Osimhen Let me know your thoughts, and as always, thanks for watching. If you could, quickly just hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll speak to you all in tomorrow's video. Gooners, have a good day.